Juan Martinez was the prosecution. And one thing I do remember is you did not like him. You did not like the way he behaved.
Listen, the main reason why I accepted your invitation is because I get another crack at talking about his cross-examination.
Okay, so let's set it up before we play the soundbite of that. He had 2 weeks to present his case. It's kind of open and shut. What should he have done? What would you have preferred to see a prosecutor do?
Okay, ready? And I'm talking to the Murdaugh prosecutors. You know, everybody gives both Juan Martinez and those guys such accolades, and they did good things. I'll give them credit for that. I'm merely talking about cross-examination, which is an art form. I have taught my students that you don't wing it. You carefully craft every single question that you're going to ask, knowing that it could go this way or this way, and then you are ready with the follow-up. Isn't it a fact that on such and such a day you said this, and you boom, 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 and it's a lean filet mignon. You don't present a big fatty steak wandering around. Hey, Mr. Martinez, your ego is not your amigo. You don't get up there and make it about you. You don't take days. You don't, try to grandstand like he did. I thought his cross-examination was horrible. And people are going to say, oh, you're jealous, this and that. I'm not. I don't care. I wish him well. I'm simply saying that it was a D- on the scale. And I'm telling you this, don't go by the outcome. This case could have been won by rookie prosecutors. I'm talking about how he did on cross. Both he and the Murdaugh prosecutors sucked in cross-examination. Yes, I've said it publicly. Again.
Yes, I know. I agree with you. And now I have to tell you, I listen to some of these friends of the Murdaugh prosecutors on their little podcast, and they're like, oh, people just didn't get it. They just didn't get how brilliant that cross was. It's like, no, people know how to do a proper cross-examination, and it would have been over and done with had they done it properly. They let him go on. There was a chance the jury could have bonded with the guy. They took unnecessary risks in that cross of Alex. I agree with you. Okay, so here's one.
You don't take credit because either the guy or in this case, Jodi, looked bad. Oh, look at me, I made her look bad. She would have looked just as bad without the opportunity to then explain, humanize, go on and on. There's no need for that. There's no reason to take a risk on a single question. Good lawyers carefully craft everything. We think about everything we're doing. These guys look like they were winging it, and they were. That's unacceptable.
And you stay in control the whole time. You're the one who's speaking. The witness is just there to say yes or no. That's it. You are the one who's telling the jury the story. They're really listening to the prosecutor.
With limited exceptions, when I know no matter what they do or say, they're hanging themselves. So every now and then I'll throw that in just to switch it up, because I know there's not a single answer that's going to score points for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's let the audience get a flavor of Juan Martinez. Here is the prosecutor, Juan, trying to have Jodi demonstrate Travis's alleged attack because she's claiming I dropped his camera, then he came for me, he chased me, that's why I had to kill him. Here's just a little bit of that exchange, and then I'll play the feistier one.
Ma'am, if you wouldn't mind, stand up, go to the left, and show me the posture of Mr. Alexander immediately before he rushed you, according to you.
As he was running...
No, just show me. That's what I'm asking you to do, not talk. Show me. Show me the linebacker pose.
He got down and...
Well, show me the linebacker pose. That's what I'm asking for you to do.
Okay. He went like that, and he turned his head and grabbed my waist.
Just like that, correct?
Pretty much.
And he grabbed your waist, right?
I can't say it's just like that, but that's what I remember.
Well, no, just I want, without talking, just show me the pose.
He got down like that.
Like that?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and have a seat then.
He's already annoying.
Megyn, let me add him. Okay, first of all, nobody likes a bully. And I'm telling you, I've actually, during jury selection, excused jurors. One woman I saw when I was speaking, because I was like, I turned to this woman, I said, you said you could be fair to my client, but I'm really wondering, ma'am, I get a sense that, and I really questioned her very firmly because I really wanted her out if she wasn't going to be on board with the plan of being fair. There was a tear that fell down from her eye. And I realized in that moment, I asked her, I go, is everything okay? She goes, I don't know. It's just your energy. Like, I feel like and I realized, oh my God, I'm too much for people at certain times. Similarly, what Juan Martinez is doing is being so overly aggressive, unnecessarily, that has to turn certain jurors off. There's no reason to be that way in a case like this. That's the first criticism. I've got more with what I just saw.
Okay, there's more coming. I'll play another soundbite and then you can resume. There was this tense moment where she got after him for his style. It got to the point where she actually had to call him out. Here's a little bit of that on SOT 7.
What factors influence your having a memory problem?
Usually when men like you are screaming at me or grilling me, or someone like Travis doing the same.
So that affects your memory problems, right?
It does. It makes my brain scramble.
So you're saying that it's basically what you're saying is Mr. Martinez's fault, that you can't remember things that are going on.
It's not your fault.
I'm not saying that. You're saying that, isn't it?
No, I'm not saying that.
Is there something about a certain decibel of the voice that creates problems?
Decibel, tone, content, sort of a combination of those factors.
Go ahead.
God, it's so horrible. And the public doesn't understand because they don't see great cross-examinations when they're watching these high-profile cases. I haven't seen it recently. There's been some examples. There's some exceptions. None that come to mind right this
Johnny
second.
Johnny Depp's lawyer with Amber Heard.
What's that? Which one?
Johnny Depp's lawyer cross-examining Amber Heard. Very effective.
Probably. I'm trying to remember.
Remember? I can't remember her name. She became a star. She's now an NBC contributor. But she did it exactly the way we're discussing. It was textbook, Mark. It was, isn't this true? Isn't that true? And then you did this. And then this. Isn't that true, Miss Heard? Your Honor, please direct the witness to answer my question and not to go on like this. Like she controlled the witness. What's her name, Steve? Camille Vasquez. Yeah, she was good. She was solid.
I agree. So two things. One, in the first clip that you played, you're asking the defendant now to give her version again, giving her another opportunity to then display for the jurors why she's not guilty. I would never do that. I'd just make fun of it. And the second clip, you look at him, he doesn't have those questions prepared. He's just winging it. That's what a rookie lawyer does, or someone who doesn't do cross-examination. It's not to say there's not room for spontaneity, but I plan my spontaneity. I know that sounds like a contradiction, but that's what I do.
You sound like a great person to hang out with. Your poor wife.
Not always. I'm talking about not in the bedroom, in the courtroom. Come on.
In a startling description, the UN food chief warned the world with these words, knocking on famine's door. Say what? He called what we're facing a perfect storm of a perfect storm, and he's not alone. A Barron's report says a food shortage could be coming even in the United States. Farmers see it too. John Boyd Jr., a fourth-generation farmer, recently said, quote, "We're going to see empty food shelves in the coming months." That's why getting survival food is more important than ever. Create your own stockpile of the best-selling 4 Patriots survival food kits. It's not ordinary food. We're talking good for 25 years, super survival food. Hand-packed in a family-owned facility in the USA and giving jobs to over 200 Americans. They have different delicious breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and you can make these meals in less than 20 minutes. Just add boiling water, simmer, and serve. And right now, for the next few days, viewers will get 10% off their first order at 4patriots.com. That's the numeral 4, patriots.com, by using the code MK. Go to 4patriots.com, use code MK to start your stockpile today. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.